They say there's a place in the north where a light post stands tall, a place so unique the snow doesn't fall. The locals will wonder while workers prepare about what they have in store for Christmas this year. Something different, of course, one of a kind. It's exactly the thing that you've had in mind.
I really like this team. I really like our prospects. I mean, in the early going, things have been going really smooth. It's a hard-working group. It's an unselfish group. It's a close-knit group. I like our balance of this team. I think we have some different pieces and parts that can complement each other. I also like our depth. I mean, we really could probably go 8, 9 deep most nights, so that's going to be an extra luxury. But at the same time, we're going to be a little untested having lost 3 starters. You know, we lost our big man in the middle, Ryan Schuler. He's off playing in college. We lost our sharpshooter, Leon Adams, our perimeter threat, and we lost our 3-year starter at point guard in Tristan Stewart. So while I'm pleasantly pleased in the early going, we still have to have some guarded optimism, let me say, because we're going to be tested. We have some new faces, some new boys up from the JV, but I really like this mix. I really think there's some talent and skill. And I've just been pleased in the early goings of the season. Of course, all teams feel that they're going to win a state championship. Everyone's 0-0. But you have to be positive and optimistic, and I am so far. I think maybe the biggest strength of our team is our inside game. You know, we still have, 2 6'4", maybe 6'5" guys inside, and Brecken Stewart, a rising junior, and Matt Polzin, a grizzled veteran entering his senior year. So I really like the way they're working together, and really I always like to think the heart of offensive basketball is post play. So we really want to establish that inside game, and I think we can with the presence of Matt and Brecken. They've been working together very nicely. And then on the perimeter, we have a very talented point guard, senior point guard, Brandon Wenzel, who played some off guard last year. He really has a certain explosiveness to his game. He's got an inside-outside game. He could take it off the dribble. He could shoot off the catch, and he's a very good passer. So I really like what he's going to do for us at the point. And we have some other guys who potentially could stretch the floor and provide some outside punch and replace Liam's three-point shooting in senior Colin Sheehan and rising junior Sam Leck, as well as rising sophomore Zach Chapman. So I really think we have that inside-outside capability. Early on it may be a little bit of a work in progress, but we have the pieces, and it's just a matter of, kind of coming together, and I think we could do that as the season progresses very nicely. Well, I think we need to be a little more consistent from the perimeter. As good as we feel we are defensively, we're never going to hold anybody scoreless. So we have to get the ball in the basket. And I think at times we went through some scoring droughts because we just lacked the consistency from the perimeter, especially at nights when Liam was having a tough night shooting. We just didn't really necessarily have other guys step up. But I think this year's version, we have added depth at the perimeter. And I think whether it's Colin one night, Sam Leck the other night, Zach Chapman, or Brandon Wenzel, I think, or even Michael Shesky, I think we have 4 or 5 guys that could potentially hit that outside shot on a consistent basis. So I'm really looking forward to improving in that area. The Wolverine is to me a really top-notch conference. There's a lot of parity. I think Three Rivers had a really good year last year. I think they lost some starters, but that's always going to be a tough game, being a rivalry game. Dowagiac lost some key players, but again, with their system and their athleticism, they're always going to be right at the top of the conference. Edwardsburg, they're well coached, and they have fundamentally skilled players. They lost Dante Rosano, but they're going to, if being successful in the football field is any indication, they're going to be a solid group this year. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough conference. I like our chance. I think we'll be in the mix, and we have a chance to finish at the top. It's just a matter, again, of being consistent from the perimeter, establishing the inside game, and certainly taking care of business on the defensive ends. But it should be another interesting, fun, and challenging year in the Wolverine.